Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds, where today we are doing some 9-star quests in multiplayer. Or at least in a lobby that is open to people. Whether people join is another matter entirely. Hopefully they do. It's always more fun doing things in multi. Especially when the monsters get so aggressive, it's nice having other targets for them. Actually did some playing with a friend last night. Didn't do the Uthduna laggy quest, but did do just the laggy from that quest. Because I did save the Uthduna the laggy and the Uthduna laggy as separate quests. And yeah, laggy is a lot more manageable when there's another target. List, there we go. Hey there, Curbster. Alright, lobby ID is in chat. I have changed my gearing a little. Even since last night, but... haven't gone on any hunts with the current set. But as you can see, I have some Thunder Res now. And I'm using the actual laggy weapon just because with this much Thunder Res, it becomes worth it. But if we look at my equipment info, there we go. I'm running 3-piece Gamma stuff and 2-piece laggy because 2-piece laggy is fairly effective. Skills-wise, they're decent pieces. Slots-wise, they're decent pieces. I've got earplugs in there just because it's comfy. There have been a lot of times where I've been denied what would otherwise be a totally free full release slash because of a roar. So I feel like not being denied those full release slashes will be good. I could squeeze more actual damage skills in, but comfort is comfy. You appear to be like the edgiest pink football player I have ever seen is how I would describe this.
Yeah.
Also, on the subject of talismans, Curbster, turns out people have data mined all of the tables that the game uses in order to generate talismans. Let's start off with an attempt at this. And based on said data mined tables, also we're going for the laggy first because it's the bigger threat here and has the parts that are more useful, and therefore if we fail, at least getting laggy parts out of it instead of just Uthduna parts is better. Yeah, based on what people have data mined as far as the tables used to generate charms, what I was hoping for was like a direct upgrade to my Weakness Exploit 2 charm. But while that technically does exist, it only exists among rare 5 charms. And the best I can hope for is Weakness Exploit 1, a level 3 armor slot, and 1 point of a weapon skill. In fact, I got what is technically a direct upgrade to this Exploiter Charm 2. Technically. Where is it? There it is. Behold, a direct upgrade. is got weakness exploit 1, a level 3 armor slot that you can put another point of weakness exploit into, and oh boy, a whole free point of load shells. Clearly, this charm knows exactly what weapon I use. I know I have eaten, but I am going to just real quick grab this springy kunafa cuisine to refresh my insurance. And now, off we go.
Commencing the quest. Are you ready?
It's kind of weird that Capcom made meal buffs last longer. Like, having them last longer isn't a bad thing, of course, but in terms of what would have actually been helpful, like, they were already longer than the duration of a hunt.
Can you hear me? This way!
What would have been helpful is if instead of making meal buffs last longer, it would have been nice if what they did was instead make it so that things like insurance refresh at the start of a hunt. I'm using my lightning weapon all laggy. That's ill-advised. Especially when I have this fire weapon right here. So one unfortunate thing about this gearing change I've made, I no longer have evade window 2. Instead I have evade extender 2, which on the one hand, evade extender really comfy for switch axe. On the other hand, evade window is really comfy. Arguably more comfy in this game. Man, having speed sheathing is really nice. Okay, I was just wondering why I was not using mega potions. I forgot to restock my items. That would do it. Oh, hey, we got a 4th. Nice. And I do believe JJ Fraps here is a first timer for my streams, so welcome. I say JJ Fraps, I meant J Fraps. For some reason I thought I saw 2 J's. So incidentally, when I was doing this quest with my friend, well, not this quest, when I was doing the laggy from this quest with my friend, we at one point had the Uthuna show up in the area with laggy while the laggy was doing its big discharge. And let's just put it this way, in terms of the damage Uthuna took, it basically had a toaster dropped in the bathtub with it. It was taking 777 damage per tick. Multiple ticks per second. It was ludicrous, and if we can get that to happen with this laggy and this Uthuna, well, the damage will be immense. Yeah, this discharge is what hit the Uthuna for ludicrous damage. You're actually good at this, Werner says after his thing explodes me. Dodged into that one. Man, having 40-some Thunder Res instead of, like, 8 definitely makes a difference when fighting laggy. Oh, someone wants to play with the Uthuna. Give it the big zap. I mean, hey, all damage is good damage. We're getting a bunch. Upstream or downstream? Where are you going? Downstream, to his house. Incidentally, in his house is where the Uthuna was when it got the big zap.
Thanks.
My buddy and I were surprised to find that Uthuna could even come in here. But it can. I don't believe it can join laggy in the underwater portion, but it can come in here. As evidenced. And hey, another 2k damage on the Uthuna right there. Oh, he's doing the big zap, but Uthuna's leaving. That would have been tons of free damage. Yes, Curbster, Uthuna can in fact come in. It was a surprise to me too. But, yep, it happens. Ooh, nice power flash. Man, having earplugs is so comfy. Oh, an evade extender is super comfy in this underwater section. Oh, wow. That makes a huge difference. Like, enormous. I mean, look at that. Look how far we go. These dodges are free. Legit, I cannot overstate how much of a boon to aquatic mobility evade extender is. We've still got a whole nother rock here. Looks like we've done it, but he's nowhere near close enough to the pain rocks. I still haven't had the guts from my Lord's Soul activate. Hey, Mr. Duna. Oh, Laggy's coming ashore here. Hey, you. Get over here. Come join the party. Are they having an official turf war? No, they're not. Oh, now they are. I mean, hey, the official turf war is a bunch of free damage and it's cool. He's doing a bit for 2,500. Laggy body slammed for 3K. Tuna zapped for another 2,500. It's a lot of free damage. And looks like Laggy is moving on upstream. If we can get to the rocks in time, that would be fantastic. Curb, if the rocks are in position, do it. Nice. Legit surprised we haven't gotten a break or a tempered wound open on this guy yet. Ooh, that was close. Getting a little sleepy. Well, for the record, the laggy dies. Oh. Oh, cool. We are, not getting enough data to stream. Hang on. What is going on? Just taking a quick look at OBS. Okay, looks like we dropped a bunch of frames, but we have stopped dropping frames. Okay. Hopefully that's a one-time thing. Oh, come on. It always bugs me when the initial hit doesn't hit the monster, but then one of the ticks hits it before we can actually get the burst on it. And hey, my guts have activated now. Ow. I've never been hit by that before. It's not pleasant. Literally just used Dust of Life because I'm out of potions. Hey, finally, a tempered wound opened. Alright, no breaks on the laggy, but that's fine. Laggy's down with no carts. Amazing how much more pleasant that fight is when there's more targets. And when you have 40 more Thunder Reps. Okay, Uthuna's over there. I'm gonna go ahead and head to this base camp and restock my items because I forgot to do that before the quest.
Time for a few quick reps.
Interestingly, they increased the damage coefficient for mounted monsters, so they no longer have quite as much of a damage reduction. It still is a damage reduction, but it's not as big. Oh, interesting. The veil can come off and you can still remain mounted. I was not aware of that. nice 7K. Feels weird that you can flash Uthduna out of the air. Because, like, it's just jumping. Its momentum's gonna carry it forward no matter what. Not like something that's flying that needs to maintain active effort to stay airborne. But that's how jumping monsters have always worked in this franchise, so it is what it is. Man, you were waiting for that. I have 624 Thunder Element right now. That's quite a bit. Wow, I actually hit the Thunder cap when I've got Burst active.
These ancient artifacts really are a mystery, aren't they?
I actually wasn't aware that there was an element damage cap in this game, but apparently there is. And it is neat that I can hit it. Love seeing that almost 200 damage on each tick of my full release. And there we go. Nicely done. No carts. Excellent work, folks. Way more pleasant than trying to solo this quest yesterday. Or not yesterday, Tuesday.
Don't forget to grab what that monster dropped.
And don't forget to check your areas after every quest to see if you got any neat 9-star quests. And let's see what charms we got today. Ooh, my first rare 8. I like the burst. I do not use the guard up, and punishing draw isn't exactly amazing for Switch Axe. Also, incidentally, there is exactly one difference between Rare 7 and Rare 8 charms. Rare 7 charms can only have armor slots, whereas Rare 8 charms can have weapon slots. That's the only difference. In terms of what skills they can roll, they are identical. And looks like I didn't get anything particularly noteworthy. Though this one right here, dropping a point of weakness exploit for a point of power prolonger and stun res would be very comfy. But it's definitely not an increased damage. Also, hey, silver large laggy. That's interesting. 'Cause the quest I saved, that was just the laggy from this quest. That laggy was not silver large, but this one is. So apparently when there's a multi-monster version of a quest, it re-rolls the sizes for those monsters or something? Don't know. It's interesting though. Ooh, I've got a 9-star Tempered Seregios. Those guys are aggressive. Oh, wow, that's actually a really good amount of talismans to get from just one monster. And Seregios is weak to thunder, so I can use my ideal set. I see J Fraps also got a 9-star Steve. Let's go ahead and do mine, because, I mean, it's really tough to beat 9 charms for a single monster. So I'm just gonna go ahead and accept and depart. Also, apparently he sits directly on top of Pop-Up Camp 16, so hopefully my pop-up camp doesn't get destroyed.
Our destination's just a quick hop from here.
Okay, he's not right on top of my camp. Also, I need to not change equipment. I need to remember to restock items. I didn't use many against Tuna, but I did use some.
There! That's our target!
Well, I can say that this guy definitely is not gold large. I think he might be on the smaller end. Oh, I should have brought my sushi fish scales. Those really help against this fella.
I'll see you back at
Ow. Well, there's my guts. Gotta get this potion in my mouth before I bleed out. Nice that this patch they made it so that finally mantles have their durations or their cooldowns reset upon starting a quest.
Thanks. That helped.
I see someone in here has wide range. Yeah, Curbster, he does hurt, and he is incredibly aggressive in 9-star. The main difference between 9-star and 8-star monsters isn't damage output, it's aggression and ease of getting knockdowns. 9-star monsters, most wound breaks cannot get knockdowns even when they're on a part that would otherwise get a knockdown. Like Seregios, 8-star and below, if you break a wound on his legs, he'll fall over. At 9-star, he will only fall over if you break a tempered wound.
The monster dropped something.
I'm grabbing sushi fish scales. Make Seregios so much more pleasant to fight.
Guess I'm on guard duty. Time for a quick rest.
Don't worry about it.
Rip. But hey, that's what insurance is for. And with this monster being this aggressive, if you are fighting it solo, it is very, very easy for him to just decide that you're the one he is going to absolutely destroy. Oh, another fun Seregios thing. When I was playing with my friend last night, we also did a 9-star Seregios. Except there wasn't just a 9-star Seregios on the map, there was also an 8-star Seregios. And when the 9-star Seregios got to the point where it had limped back to its nest, said nest was already occupied, and there's barely enough space in there to fight one Seregios, let alone two. It was an experience having to deal with two Seregios in there. And yeah, perhaps, like I've said, the main difference between 8-star and 9-star is aggression and ease of knocking down. It's harder to knock down a 9-star monster. And they are a bit more aggressive than 8-star. Their damage output is pretty much identical. And their HP is actually not all that different. And that's twice we flashed him without him falling down. I don't know that another flash is going to work for a good while. I'm trying so hard to get this freaking leg wound. Ooh, we've opened up a tempered wound. Man, I'm so used to having an element file. Needing to take so long to amp feels wrong. Ow. Should have dodged instead of trying to rely on Bird to carry me out of there.
was a rough one, but I'm glad you're all right.
Where you going, Steve? Like, actually, where are you going? You don't seem to even know. How much power per log do I have? Only 2. Okay, that would make sense. I might need to consider dropping a point of crit boost for power prolonger, because while damage output is good, sometimes comfort is comfy. In fact, it's arguable that always comfort is comfy. But sometimes comfort is worth pursuing, is what I was trying to get at. Oh, interesting. The Lord's Soul Guts has reactivated. Does that reactivate every time you card or something? If so, that's actually really useful. Is currently flashing him. Good to know. Getting these flinches. Ooh, nice. Guess he stopped being flashing me. We're still at only one cart. As long as that remains true, he dies. If we get another cart, then we cap him for safety's sake. Yeah, all the flinches when he was trying to fly to the other area. I have no idea what was causing those. There were a lot of them. Felt weird.
Let's take a quick break.
Yes, I want you to imagine when we are in Seregios' nest here, having two of them in this area, both aggroed.
Bomb set! I set a bomb!
Well, there's my guts again. Hey there, Outlander. And nicely done. Outlander, this Seregios is not a crown. What charms do we get? Now that is actually a direct upgrade to the charm I'm using right now. Because instead of just 2 points of weakness exploit, I can have 2 points of weakness exploit and a point of mind's eye. So hooray, I've gotten my first charm that is actually an upgrade for a weapon type that I use. So let's get this upgrade. I know it's level 5. The question is, where does it live in here? I also know that it'll be one of the ones with only 2 thingies on it instead of 3. So at least visually it'll be distinct. There it is. Then we just slap a tenderizer jewel in here to get back to week X5. Or do we go Challenger for Challenger 5? Week X5 is a bigger boost, as long as I'm hitting weak points. And an even bigger boost if I'm hitting wounds, so yeah.
Hey, come here! I've got an announcement!
And time to reactivate that there insurance.
Yeah.
These guys are both 9-star, but it's kind of disappointing in terms of what charms it rewards. Literally gives the same amount of charms as this single Laggy or this single Seregios. But you gotta deal with both a new Udra and an Arkveld. Well, it gives one more. Yeah, one more charm than either of those two, but... yeah, it's... not ideal, that's for certain. Apparently 9-5 Jindahads are like the peak charms to time investment you can get. But I've only got a 9-4 Jindahad. We haven't seen a raid DAO on this channel before, or not before, in a while. The question is, does anyone have a 9-5 raid DAO, or should I just post this 9-4 one just so that we get him?
Of course. Come back anytime.
Wait, JFraps, you have a 9-5 Jindahad and it only drops 6 charms? As in, like, 6 stacks of 1? Or just 6 charms total? Or 6 individual rewards that could be 2 stacks? Because I've got a 9-4 that drops 6 charms. Wow, 6 total, so your 9-5 is exactly as valuable as my 9-4, except it's harder for no reason. Oh, something else nice that happened yesterday. I did melding with a bunch of tickets that I had, and now all of my elemental Archean axes do in fact have Crit Boost 3 decos in them. Yeah, JFraps, there are a lot of charm possibilities that you can get from these tables that just aren't good. There are a select few that are good, and hardly any of them, actually literally none of them, can beat the Arc-Tempered monsters' charms directly. Like, you cannot beat the slot value of a Latent Power 3 charm. But having charms that increase the amount of weapon skills that you can have does at least potentially enable higher damage output builds. And there's a good few options that can be upgrades in terms of damage output. But yeah, they're not common. Well, hey, I got me an upgrade. Admittedly, it could have been a better upgrade. Like, instead of Mind's Eye, I could have gotten something like Attack Up or Crit Eye 1. But literally, if you want to have a direct upgrade to the Weakness Exploit charm, this is what you're looking for. It's a Rare 5 charm with Weakness Exploit, a level 3 armor slot, and then 1 point of a weapon skill. Ah, I see JFraps has left the lobby. Was that a DC or an intentional thing? If it was intentional, well, thanks for joining in the hunt so far. And if it's a DC, well, when you get back, you can join the quest. Unfortunately, well, offensive skill value, you said. That is possible. You can get the same offensive skill value as Weakness Exploit 2, plus some weapon slots, though only Rare 8 charms can have weapon slots.
Feel free to use all the supplies.
And in fact, in terms of what skills they can roll, Rare 7 and Rare 8 charms are identical. The only difference between them is whether they get armor slots or weapon slots. I'm using a lightning weapon against Raydao. That is not ideal. Let's swap that, because I did bring an ice weapon. Yeah, basically, like, the ideal charm you can get is 3 points of a basic weapon skill, like attack boost or something, and 3 points, or not, and like 1 point each of 2 other weapon skills, and then 3 slots. But they'd only be level 1 slots. You can't get higher than level 1 slots on a Rare 8 charm. But you can get a lot of weapon skills worth of points on one charm if you get super lucky. But if you're looking for Weakness Exploit specifically, then yeah, the best you can do is 2 points worth and a 1 point weapon slot worth of skill. And welcome to the quest, J-Craps. I would not have gotten that offset without this most recent patch having affected the duration of my offset active animation thing. The active frames of the animation that allow me to actually get an offset got increased. That's the thing I'm trying to get at. When I stand in this bubble, I have 48 Thunder Res, apparently. But I've had 48 Thunder Res under other circumstances, too. This bubble is supposed to give Thunder Res. What gives? Where is it? Barely managed to hit him. Oh, I think I know what it is. I haven't activated Lord's Soul yet. I haven't gotten the guts to do its thing. And therefore, my Thunder Res is not being increased by that. That's where the Thunder Res is.
The lightning has them amped up. I'll be able to use them as a trap.
Yeah, Outlander, if you want to get all of the guard and offensive guard, that becomes much more possible with the new charms. Though apparently offensive guard is actually falling out of favor among like speedrunners and stuff, because it just doesn't last long enough to be as worth it as it used to be in previous games. So instead they go for like Counter-Strike or whatever it is, where if you block an attack that would have launched you, you get a big attack boost. Because that lasts longer and is therefore easier to get active. And as far as the potency of the buff, it's about the same as well, so... So I got an offset, but that was just a standard knockdown, not an offset knockdown. And therefore I couldn't do the offset follow-up. That's sad. Oh, cool. First time I've disconnected in a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish out this hunt. Because I don't want to leave it. But you folks keep on doing stuff, and I'll be back in the lobby as soon as this hunt's done.
to a new area.
And I'll capture it instead of killing it just to save on time and get back to the group faster. Hi, chicken.
Almost there.
Alright, he is cap ready now. Right, shock traps don't work on Ray Dow. I believe he has gone too far to flash. Yeah. And Outlander, I highly doubt that that DC was your fault. Because, I had some frame drops earlier, so who knows? Maybe my ISP is just being a jerk to me. Honestly, it was probably just a little one-time hiccup or something. Maybe I can flash him now. I can definitely flash him now. Equip the dang thing. And right in the hole he goes.
Talk about unfriendly.
Okay, we got some rare 7 charms. Hello. I don't know that focus is actually useful for Switch X. But I mean, if it was, this would be fantastic. I really have to test at some point whether focus increases the speed of a full release slash. If it does, I will absolutely love it. If it doesn't, then this charm is basically trash for me. So yeah, we'll just have to find out. But not today. I'm going to register it to favorites so that it's easier to find, though, because apparently you can register favorite and send to box. And that's a feature I need to use every time I see one that actually appeals to me. Well, this is a comfy charm right here. Speed sharpening 2, free meal 2, max bite 1. Also, going back to Ray Dow after all the laggies and other things, laggies, Steves, Ray Dow is really easy. Anyway, I need to join the lobby again. Just get my keyboard over here. I got a new keyboard. It's way heavier than the old one, which feels nice when I'm typing on it. Not so nice when I need to actually move it over to where I can use it. Anytime
See
now,
you
game.
again, Hunter.
There we go. And I got back just a smidge after you guys finished your raid now. Convenient timing. Ooh, and I now have control of the lobby. It's mine! Let's just take a look for any interesting new 9 stars. A 9-star tempered Mizutsune when there's an 8-star on the map. But he only gives 4 charms, so not super worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and post this Jindahad because we haven't seen Jindahad on this channel for a while. And hey, 6 charms, not the worst. Though, once I am prepped and before we leave, I need to go pull a package in from the door. So I'm just gonna grab my fire axe. Wait, why am I using Wrathblaze Splitter? I should not be using it. I should be using my Fire Guardian Axe. What am I, some kind of fool? Also, before I forget, where is Power Prolonger? It's a yellow one. There it is. Power Prolonger 3. Is good. Do I have a bolt enhancer jewel? That would be great here. I do. It's in my Ardian axe. Let's put it in this axe, and that way I can keep my critical jewels. There we go. I drop a point of handicraft, but this thing's already got plenty of white. It's already got more than my Ardian axes, so yeah. There we go. Power Prolonger 3. Much more comfy on a power file. Then we gotta get the items all set. Some hot drinks. And now, I gotta go pull in that package, so I will be right back. And I am back, and I heartily agree with the use of my AFK time as a water gun fight, period.
Commencing the quest. Are you ready?
I know my health is low, but I've got Lord's Soul Guts, so I am arguably fine. And away he goes. Come on and help out, Bomby Boys. Ooh, I almost dodged into that, but apparently it didn't quite reach me. I really need to change my radial menu so that it's more than 4 options so I can just have quick access to rations. They're one of the things I seek through my item bar for the most often. Rip. So, I don't know if we'll get to see it in this quest with this many people. Also rip. But I had something pointed out to me today that I don't think I ever noticed before. When Jindahad gets tired, his drool freezes on his chin. I was not aware you could flash him off the wall. Yeah, Curbster, I can imagine enjoying duels against Jindahad. But are you sure you don't want to use the new Focus Strike option where you don't go all the way down this huge thing? Excellent. Now we just gotta break his face and then we'll be allowed to actually hit his back. Alright, that one's not on me. That one's not on me. That one's on me. So's that one. Which clearly means he likes me less than anyone else. He went for me twice out of 4 attempts. Didn't even need the flash. I got him with the rock. Let's make sure we're actually behind it before we sharpen. There we go. Rip birds. Rip curb. Ah, you just barely got yourself to safety. Man, I've done a lot of solo and duo Jindahads. Can I just say how right it feels to be hunting this thing with actually a full stack of 4 players? Like, more than any other monster in the game, Jindahad just feels right to have all 4 players for. Like, yeah, of course you'd bring 4 people to fight this. That was on me. That one I don't believe was. It was close enough that I felt compelled to dodge. Great. The fact that that fell on his leg and broke it actually cheated us out of the knockdown from the actual thing falling itself. And now we are allowed to actually break his back. Problem is, unless we've got another foot to break, he might never fall over again. And he is indeed out of feet to break. Yep. Was not watching my health. It was kind of lame to cart without my Lord Soul Guts kicking in. It's one thing if Guts activates and then I take damage again. But if I just am too low on health for the Guts to activate, yeah, feels bad. Really wish there was a quicker way back to the bottom area. And apparently, maybe I shouldn't be wanting to go down there just yet, judging by the, everything going white. Alright, looks like we're good now, though. Gibbs, we destroyed a tempered wound and he didn't fall over. Feels so good to get an offset against huge monsters. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My bad. It was a very bad time to get rooted. Well, nice try, folks.
That was quite the ordeal. Let's make sure you're ready for a rematch.
Yeah, I'm with you, Outlander. That hunt was very fun. I wish I didn't cart twice in it, but... yeah, that was one where that final cart was visible coming from... a few seconds before it happened, that's for sure. And yes, indeed, login bonus is up.
See you again, Hunter. Hey.
I'm thinking Mizutsune, if anyone's got better than this freaking 9-4 that only has 3 charms, please post it. Otherwise, we're gonna do this.
See you
Because hey,
again,
Mizutsune's
Hunter.
neat. Now I am going to reactivate insurance. Okay, Curbster, that gore does sound good. Let's do it after we do a Mizutsune.
Huh.
Just like I said, I am feeling Mizutsune right now. Because Mizutsune is a neat monster that I enjoy. Oh, Outlander, if you've got a Mizutsune with more rewards, post it. If it's a 9-star Mizutsune that's got better than just 3 charms, that's what we want.
Huh.
Ah yes, 9-5 with 5 is better than 9-4 with 3.
Quest accepted.
going to be tough, but I'm sure you'll manage a result worth the struggle.
I always find a fun part of Mizutsume hunts in this game is actually trying to avoid getting the face break until it just happens, because it's basically going to just happen. But the longer you can delay it, the easier the hunt is. And yet delaying it means denying yourself a juicy hit zone, so it's an interesting trade-off. Like, I don't agree with every Mizutsume just becoming a Soul Seer the moment its face gets broken, but it does result in interesting gameplay. Of course, I'm not about to say don't exploit that opening, because I missed it somehow. Of course, it had to fall down over me and thus make my full release miss completely. Rip. And there goes the head. We Soul Seer now. But that means we are now allowed to attack this juicy, juicy hit zone with impunity. Yeah, trying to avoid the head to avoid Soul Seer mode also makes it still feel like a reward when the head breaks, because, yeah, it activates a great hit zone. Oh, I see someone wants to get rocked. Or maybe he didn't. Didn't realize that he could just hop out of the river there on his own.
Thanks! That helped!
Tired boy. Better look out, other Mizutsune is here. One's bigger than this one. Or no, it's not. This one's silver large. Okay. Why does that one feel bigger? Okay, now that they're immediately next to one another, it doesn't feel bigger. Should have sharpened on the way here. Nice claw break. Any other bubble, and I would have at least been able to finish my full release. It wouldn't have hit a damn thing, but would have been able to finish it. But no, it had to be one of the fire bubbles. And there's my guts. Yeah, if a piece is what you want to call the tail, the monster has in fact left a piece behind. Okay, only breakable part that I can reach with a wake up is the back. I've traditionally not had the best of luck actually getting it, so yeah, let's just let these bombs happen.
Bomb set.
Why do I not have mega barrel bombs in here?
Set a bomb.
Tired boy again. And nicely done.
Fine work, Hunter. Ready to head back? Amazing. This will surely lead to a breakthrough in our
Nice water orb, whoever got
all
that.
to you and this monster.
So this charm is clearly for bows and bows alone. Except, no, it isn't, because Tetrad Shot isn't for bows. Never mind. Man, if this had a level 3 slot instead of level 2, I might have actually used it for at least my fire weapon. Oh, hey, Diva's singing. So for Diva songs so far, we've got the Monster Hunter Wilds one. We've got this one from Monster Hunter Dose. We've got the one from Monster Hunter Tri. So clearly, the next two... Well, actually, no, not clearly. I was going to say clearly the next two festivals are going to have to give us one from Monster Hunter 1 and one from Monster Hunter 4, but there's also Monster Hunter World to consider. We'll have to have a grand appreciation festival and not just the seasonal festivals if we want to get a song from all generations of Monster Hunter in here.
That was dreamy.
All right, so it is time for that 9.5 gore that Herbster told us about.
All right. Let me know if you
I am
change your
ready
mind.
to get smushed by it. 'Cause even 8-star gore hits hard. I mean, 9-star won't hit much harder, if at all, but still. It'll last longer. And it'll be aggressive. Outlander, as far as the ATs go, their movesets are significantly more challenging than 9-star monsters, but 9 stars are more aggressive, so it kind of balances out. Oh, forgot to save it. Oh well. Guess we're not doing gore. If we're not doing gore, we might as well do something very rewarding, even though we already did it today, because I really like this quest. It's a good quest. Especially in 4-player.
Make sure you're prepared.
Gotta reactivate insurance. Curbster, with the no monsters on your map thing, you gotta... The map itself, by default, only shows the ones that it thinks are interesting to you. If you want to see monsters that are otherwise there, but not what the game considers to be the most valuable to you, you gotta actually hit your right bumper or R1 or whatever the heck button to show the next page that'll show all monsters present in an area at once. Because, yeah, as of title update, I forget if it was 1 or 2. They changed it so that by default the map only shows the high priority targets. And off we go for 2 wet boys. Oh, Outlander, you haven't fought a laggy yet, have you? Don't die. It will hurt. It will be aggressive. Its moveset is really fun. Don't die. Let's pop over to the Woodwood hideout, because that's actually the closest to where the laggy is. We do laggy first before Uthduna because it is the far more dangerous of the two. Bird. There we go. I'm glad that didn't count me as being close enough to get hit. Of course the back had to go the other way. Nice power clash. Yeah, I shouldn't have tried to offset that. Ow, ow. My Rocksteady mantle got me a little bit zapped there. Thankfully, my 43 Thunder Res helped. Dang, he's done 3 of these in such close proximity that his back still isn't available as a weak zone after that one. Hey, Mr. Duna's here. I love when they have unofficial turf wars like this. We get so much more damage out of it. And then the official turf war for bonus damage. All right, Laggy, you going to your house or upstream? Hopefully you're going to your house. That would let us potentially get more damage on Uthduda. He is going to his house. And the fish is following us at least a little. Fish follows us all the way in. then we have the potential for some real damage to show up. Really bring luring pods for moments like this. Ooh, good flinch. Saved me from a lot of damage. Still absolutely love the visual and audio design work they did on this version of Laggy. And it is swimmy time.
That helped.
Accidentally pressed triangle instead of R1 because I'm used to triangle being the button to press to do damage while clinging. It's all that Iceborne. We gotta try and get him closer to this wall of pain. And that's it. I don't believe we're gonna be close enough to the hurdy wall, but who knows, maybe. So close, come on. I wish there was a way to get him to go closer to it without just needing him to be close to it when you finish the mount, or not the mountain, the underwater section. Like if there was some sort of input I could do to get him to move closer instead of just watching and being like, oh, nope, we weren't close enough. There was never a chance. Mr. Duna's not close enough to get in here. I'm gonna put down a pit trap so that we can get more damage onto his back. That back is the most valuable break. Mainly because I need the parts he gives. I need shockers. They're the only part from him I still need, and I need like several of them. Alright, time for this tempered wound. Shame the back fell on the side none of us was on.
The monster dropped something.
His back should be available for bombing when he sleeps. It looks like he's not going to sleep. Oh well. What was that? Like, semi-knocked out. I know he's already been mounted once, and 9-star Laggy's mount tolerance is kind of huge, but just go for repeated jump attacks in an attempt to maybe get that second mount. Well, so much for that. It was worth a shot.
Wasn't that the last of the materials you needed?
No, it wasn't. I still need 5 more shock spikes. And yes, indeed, we do still have a fish to hunt, because this is a good quest. Oh, look at him. He's a sleepy fish. Sleepy fish deserve presents.
Set a bomb.
Bomb set. I set a bomb.
I see one of you has forgotten that fast travel exists. I was gonna counter that. I have to say, explosion pods are weird and I kind of don't like them. They're the only pod that you need to not shoot at either target to get the most damage out of. Because it only breaks apart into the additional explodey things if it doesn't hit a target once it reaches the apex or whatever of the shot. And if you hit with the shot itself, it does the same damage as any one of the parts that it would have broken into. So you do a fifth of the damage if you actually shoot it at the monster. And it's the only slinger ammo in the game that functions like that. I don't like it. Especially because there's no, like, visual indicator of exactly where the break-apart zone is. So you just gotta rely on feeling, and since it's a pod that only monsters can drop, you don't get as many chances to get that feeling as I would like. And just everything about explosion pods feels wrong compared to all the other pod types. Someone wants to get hit by a rock. Another thing about AT Uthuna versus 9-star Uthuna, AT Uthuna hits way harder. so used to having an element file, I thought I would have been amped by then. Nice power clash. Well, someone wants to get hit by rocks again, but... Ooh, are we actually going to get it? We sure are. Thank you for going towards the rocks that existed, Duna. I'm glad we all had the good sense to not go for the tempered wound during that knockdown.
Thanks. That helped.
Keep getting the occasional, like, one frame hitch. But I suppose I can't really expect anything else out of running this at actually max settings. I should not have been hit by that. I was in the air. Yeah, running this at maximized visual settings with DLSS quality. So I'm running at 1440p upscaled to 4K. Yeah, the occasional frame rate. Pure frame drop. Should be expected, honestly. Oh, Curbster, I'm sure it was amusing seeing us all get hit by the water, though I disagree that I should have been hit. I was in the air. Like, my feet were above the crest of the wave. I shouldn't have been hit. Oh, hey. We haven't used these yet. And Mr. Duna's going back upstream. That waterfall is too slow. And nicely done. More excellent work on a very fun quest. Nice gem. Looking at the time, unless I have a particularly juicy 9-star quest to do that has only just spawned, this is likely to be our last one. Oops. All right, what do we got? Every time I see a nice level 3 armor skill, but it doesn't have a level 3 slot, it makes me sad because it's like I could just use the dedicated charm for this. Outlander, that handy charm is pretty nice. Would be nicer if so many weapons didn't already just get plenty of natural white. But who knows, maybe once we hit master rank in whatever expansion this game eventually gets, maybe then more weapons will require handicraft to reach their maximum sharpness. And as much as I love Tempered New Udra, when it's only 5 charms, it's not super worth doing. Yeah. All right. So yeah, time-wise, I didn't get anything that's super enticing, so that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. Thanks to everyone who joined in to hunt. And I will be back on Saturday with some more of the Ribbon Road. See you then, friends.